What's up? What's up? What's up? It's your favorite funny girl comedian, Judge Miles. And you already know that when the judge is in, the verdict is out. Tonight is a very, very, very lit and explosive episode of The Verdict. Today is titled, You're Gonna Lose Your Bitch. Now, I know we shouldn't be calling women bitches, but for the sake of getting it through your head, for the sake of the cultural talk, you're going to lose your bitch. We're going to talk about what that looks like, what that means, and why men should wake up. Now, last week, we were on the men's side. We talked about how people go through relationships and they are just going through the motions. And typically, people are going through the motions for various reasons. And we talked about that people need to be honest and they need to keep it real so that they can eliminate going through the motions. Well, this week, we're going to talk about the flip side of those things. We're going to talk about individuals who have said they're done going through the motions. They're tired of putting up with the bullshit, and they don't care what the consequences is. Specifically, women. They don't care what the consequences is. They're ready to leave. They're ready to pack their bags. They're on their way out that door. And ultimately, you're going to end up losing your bitch. So we're going to talk about that. Before we get into anything, here's the PSA. The verdict is for adults and adults only, 18 years or older, because there is explicit content. If you do not like profanity, this is not the podcast for you. Here on The Verdict, we will agree to disagree, and we will be mature in the things that we talk about. Please make sure to share and like and also subscribe to The Verdict Podcast. If you're looking for me, you can find me on all social media platforms under Comedian Judge Miles. Don't forget to go out and purchase that special, The Verdict, on Amazon today. $2.99 to rent, $3.99 to buy. We want to give a shout out to all of our sponsors, Alpha K Brand, as well as Girls Gone Fit. So now that we got that out of the way, I need my jurors to comment. I need your verdict. Tell me what you think about this. We're going to get right into it. I don't want to hear this. I don't want to hear any silence. I need to hear your verdict. Okay? Clap it up. Now remember, we talked about last week the idea of going through the motions. But today I was at work, and while at work, I was dealing with this woman. This woman said she had been married for 10 years. She was very in love with her husband. But she said she has been contemplating more and more and more and more of letting it go. She said he has no idea. He acts as if everything is okay. And he has refused to hear her, compromise. He has refused to change, basically, while in this relationship. And she was so sad. I seen so much sadness in her face, and she was going through it, and she was like, I don't want to be alone, but I'm willing to have peace instead of dealing with his shit. And she didn't want to go into all of the variables of what his shit was, but one can only imagine. As a woman, you've been there, we've been in situations where we're trying and we're trying and we're trying and we're trying. And no matter what we do, no matter what we say, no matter how we try to express our love, no matter the things that we show, it still isn't working. Okay? It still isn't working. They're just not getting it. It's not computing in their minds. And so it sparked me to say, yes, we know that the man is the prize. And if you don't know, you got to get in that Bible. The man is the prize. And I'm sorry if you're upset about that. It is what it is. The man is the prize, right? Yes, a lot of people are going to be mad about that. But here's the thing. The woman is the gift. She has been given to the man by God. And let's talk about what a gift is. The Bible says, he who finds a good thing he who finds a wife finds a good thing and obtains favor from the Lord. Proverbs 18:22. But for some reason, men have forgot about that. We're in this culture right now where men just are beating on their chest. They think that, it's their world. They're reclaiming the society. And I'm okay with that. I'm happy with that. But at the expense of what? At the expense of losing your woman, at the expense of allowing your woman to walk out of your life because you refuse to change, because you refuse to do the necessary things that need to be done in order for this relationship to continue, right? A lot of women are feeling this way. And even though they may not say it, even though they may act like everything is okay on a daily basis, even though they're still cooking your food and rubbing your feet and doing all these things, they're tired. The consensus has been women are getting more and more tired. And we're not talking about the scallywag women. We're talking about quality women who are putting in the effort, putting in the work, and they feel as if they're just not getting the things that they need. Now, let's talk about this gift. A woman is supposed to be a gift to a man. It says that suggests a woman's presence brings favor, peace, purpose. But what happens when the man is neglecting all those things? He seems to feel like his mission and the things that he does is more important than how she feels, how, the emotions that she has, her respect, her image. What happens when this happens, right? Where do we get in the relationship? It said, let's be clear. The statistic says being a gift doesn't mean being owned or used or taken for granted. Order in the court. How many women feel like they've been taken for granted? How many women feel like their efforts are going unnoticed and unseen, and no matter what they do, they still end up not on the top, but at the bottom? We're not saying that this is necessarily the truth, but they feel that way. And perspective is reality. If that's how they feel, then ultimately they're going to act on how they feel. That's just the name of the game. And I know a lot of people say that women shouldn't act on their feelings. Feelings will get you in trouble. But we shouldn't do a lot of things, and we still end up doing them. And now that you know that that's what women do, how do men act accordingly so that this changes, so that they can change the possible outcome that's going to happen? It's inevitable. We see it all the time. Women get fed up, they're dissatisfied, and they leave. They don't give a damn about being single. They rather be single, use that rose, be by themselves, do whatever they got to do, than to continue to have that feeling that they feel when they with you. Order in the court. It says a woman can absolutely be a gift to a man when she brings peace. We're talking about women that brings peace. We're talking about women who are loyal. We're talking about women who love. We're talking about women who are willing to listen and willing to be led. These women are the women we're talking about. We're not talking about the hoes. We're talking about these women who are being ignored. Their feelings are being ignored. They are suffering just like a lot of men, silently, and they're tired. Fellas, I'm trying to talk to some fellas today. You're going to lose your bitch. Order in the court. And a lot of men say they don't care. They don't care because right now social media has it where men feel like you are just another drop in the bucket. They can pick up and kill it and kill it and kill it. They can go out and get another woman as soon as you leave out the door. But the question is, will she be that woman? Order in the court. These are the things you have to ask yourself. You got to put your ego to the side. You got to put your pride to the side. And we really got to start dealing in reality, logic. Do you really want to start over again? Because the women are saying, fuck it. They gonna do it. They gonna do it. They putting all bets on themselves. Okay? That's what the women are saying. They said she's only a gift to the man who knows how to receive her. How many of the men are actually receiving their women? When they see all of the things that their women are going through to be with them, to love on them, to respect them, to honor them, that they actually put in the work, that they actually repay her with some type of contribution, with some type of reward. How many men are rewarding their women? Or are you constantly taking her for granted, believing because she loves you so much, she's not going to leave? How many men are feeling this way? Because I'm telling you right now, if you don't check yourself, you're going to lose your bitch. Order in the court. That lady at work, I was like, wow, he has no idea that she's on her way out the door. He had no idea whatsoever. And the agony that I saw in her face, This is not something that she wants to do, but this is something that she feels that she has to do because her peace is at stake. And there are so many women that feel like that right now. They have been being the peace to a man, but they get no peace in return. They are in agony every single day with the behaviors of the man. Well, how the man receives her, how the man chooses not to listen to her, how he neglects her feelings, how he dismisses her, how he demeans her, whatever the case may be. They're in agony. And that woman today, she was definitely in agony. They say that if he doesn't unwrap her mind, cherish her soul, or appreciate her heart, then he never deserves the blessing in the first place. Some of these men are going to miss out on their blessings with their behavior, with their attitudes of, I'm the man. I don't have to listen. I can do what I want to do. I can say what I want to say. I can act how I want to act, and you simply have to take it. We're in 2025, people. Women are not taking it anymore. They're not. I know you see it. It's clear as fucking day. They're not taking it. The same society that men live in, where men are able to get all of these women, is the same society women live in, where they're able to have options as well. Now, a lot of people say that these options may not be good options, but they don't give a damn. They see options and they see a way out, and God damn it, they're going to make their way out. They're going to make their way out. Now, I'm not saying that after they make their way out, they may not end up regretting it, but some of them may not end up regretting it. Some of them, it may be the best thing that they could have ever done. Let's talk about it. When is the last time you checked in on your woman? When is the last time you've asked your woman, are you okay? How are you feeling? Emotionally, spiritually, how can I help you? Research says that women are more likely to initiate emotional check-ins than men in relationships. Research in relationship psychology from Gottman Institute says women show more emotional communication and health. They say that they're more attuned to emotional connections. They want the connection. They work on the connection. They do the things necessary to keep the connection, contrary to what these podcasts say. We're not talking about the low down, dirty, filthy women who want to be outside. We're talking about good quality women who have husbands, who are in relationships, and who are suffering. They're suffering, honey. They're suffering. It may look like it glitters and it glows, but they are suffering inside simply because when is the last time their man has checked on them emotionally, made sure that they were okay, show them that they matter, the things that they do matter. It says in heterosexual relationships, women are often the emotional managers, meaning they tend to carry the responsibility for maintaining emotional connections. So you wonder why women are always asking to talk to you. They're trying to check on you. They want to make sure you're okay. They're catering to you. They're being your helpmeet. But just because you're able to use someone doesn't mean that you should misuse them. Order in the court. I'm talking to somebody. Men, come to the front. Men in relationships, come to the front. I'm talking to you. When is the last time you've checked on your woman? Because I'm telling you right now, she may have one foot in and one foot out the door. You checking on her could be the very thing that affects or influences whether or not she stays. You having compassion for her, you nurturing her, caring for her, may be the very thing that helps her stay, changes her mind. It says a 2020 Pew Research study found women are more likely than men to say that feeling understood. Women are more likely than men to say that feeling understood by their partner is very important to satisfying relationships. Women want to feel understood by their partners. They want to know that you hear them, They want to know that you acknowledge them. They want to know that you love them. They want to know that you think that they're important in your life. Do you know the worst feeling a woman can have is when she feels as if she's not important in your life? Everyone else is coming first before your woman. Do you know what that does to a woman? It diminishes the love day by day by day by day by day. You start to chip off the block of connection, chip off the block of intimacy, chip off the block of longevity. Okay? Fellas, wake up. You got to wake up. Women want to feel understood by their partner. They don't want to feel like every time they talk, you look like you hear them, but you never act on it. Because that's a sign of disrespect. It's simply a sign of disrespect. And no one in a relationship wants to be disrespected. Okay? Many women report frequently asking their partner if they're okay or if they need something. When is the last time you asked your woman, are you okay? Do you need something? Yes, I know as women, especially Black women, we can go to school, we can have the children, we can go to work, we can have extracurricular activities, and we can still love on you. We still throw that neck back and that ass back. And guess what? You will never know what she's going through until you ask her, until you show some type of care about what she's feeling, what she's going through. Women suffer with so many issues every single day. Every single day, they're suffering with issues. And for you to go on days and months and years without checking in on your partner is ludicrous. It's ludicrous. You're going to lose your bitch. Order in the court. Yes, it's a woman's role to check in on her man, to nurture her man, to care for her man. But is it not also a man's role to reciprocate love in some type of way? To treat her as if God treated the church? He cared for the church. He loved the church. He appreciated, right? Appreciation is important. It's imperative to a woman. No one wants to do all of these things and feel like they're doing it all for nothing. Can you imagine that? Even at work, bosses, if they're a smart boss, they give feedback. And they also make sure to have recognition programs. You know how important recognition programs are? They're important for the morale of the employees. So do you not think there should be a recognition program within your relationship? Is a recognition not important for the morale of your partner? Order in the court. You give praise to everybody else. When are you going to give praise to your partner? The one that holds you down, the one that is there for you when you're down and out. When are you going to paint your partner in a good light? This is what women are wondering. They hear you talk about your mom, your dad. They hear you talk about the people that you work with. They hear you talk about your football coaching team. But when are you going to be as equally as excited and appreciative for your woman? You're gonna lose your bitch. Order in the court. Fellas, you're not paying attention while you're in these relationships. I know a lot of you're working, you're doing what you got to do for the home. You're trying to raise the money, you're trying to get rich, but you are neglecting your woman. You don't see it that way. I know you don't see it that way. You feel like she's tripping. Oh my goodness, blah, blah, blah. But that's how she sees it, fellas. That's what she's feeling, fellas. And she's in this world full of temptation, full of social media, and she's fighting hard and she's fighting hard, but she can't fight alone. Order in the court. They say that women are more likely to ask how he's doing. But a lot of times, men don't even open up. And that's a topic all in themselves. We got to keep on pulling it out of you. Your woman is supposed to be your best friend. There is nothing that your woman is not supposed to know. You on the phone and you're talking to this person and you're talking to that person, and then you forget to tell her all of the things. How do you think that makes your woman feel? What is it doing to the relationship? Is it making you guys closer? Or is it putting in her mind, maybe you guys aren't as close as you thought you was? It's important to talk to your mate, men. I know that you're men. I know you want to keep things in. I know you feel like some things are private, but your woman is supposed to be your best friend. And the moment that she feels like she's not your best friend and someone else has taken that place, we have a problem. I'm telling you, we have a problem. And you gonna lose your bitch. Order in the court. This creates a dynamic where women feel like they're trying to be emotionally available, but don't always get the same vulnerability back. What happens when you continue to try and try and try and try, and the person refuses or the person does not give it back to you? What starts to happen naturally for people? They retract. They stop talking. They find other things to replace you. Whether it's hobbies or people or looking for attention. Listen, this is the oldest fucking shit in the book, man. You know this. You know this. And why you continue to let that woman, that good woman, go down this rabbit hole without you stopping it, picking it up, talking to her, checking in, letting her know you love her, you appreciate her, and not only saying it, but showing it. Order in the court. Yeah, y'all silent. A lot of married men, a lot of men in relationships, they silent. Oh, we know you the prize. We know. God damn it. We know. But you're not acting like it. You're not acting like it. Because in order to continue to be treated like the prize, you got to give a little something to the gift. You got to give a little something too. This relationships are give and take. You can't just take, and leave that woman deplenished. You can't do that. Well, you can do it, but eventually you're going to lose your bitch. I can hear some men right now. That ego is kicking up. They don't care. Let her go. Find another one. Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's going to be the reality. That is going to be you keep saying that shit, that's going to be the reality. And y'all both going to be just fucked up. Because everybody wanted to have an ego. Nobody wanted to be humble. Nobody wanted to surrender. Nobody wanted to listen. Nobody wanted to change. Nobody wanted to reciprocate. Nobody wanted to do the fucking work. Women are exhausted mentally, physically, emotionally. A lot of women, this is their third, fourth, fifth, sixth relationship. They have had it, honey. And I know some men are saying, well, that's on them. Ain't nobody tell them. That's the reality. We got to deal in reality. And you working on that last nerve, buddy. The last one with your bullshit. Now, if she worth it, I have to say this over and over and over and over again. If she's worth it, time is running out. You didn't see the signs. She didn't talk to you. She didn't told you. She didn't cry. She didn't weep. Sometimes she weep all by herself. You didn't seen it. It's time for you to act. Let's get to working about these statistics. It says studies from American sociology shows that women perform the majority of emotional labor in relationships, the checking in, the soothing over conflict. A lot of times women soothe over conflict. A lot of times they don't. We got some women who refuse to apologize or refuse to say they sorry. But you got a lot of good women, because that's what we talking about. We talking about the good women who do make those changes and do try to do better. They do. Okay? A lot of women initiating deep talks. How many relationships, and you got to check yourself. How many times have you walked in the house and everything else has been more important than talking to your woman? Everything else. Everything else. Because men be on this thing where they go, and they negate the fact that you got a woman. And just as hard as you go for everything else in life, you got to take some time out and go that hard for your woman if you want to keep her. Otherwise, you're going to lose your bitch. Order in the court. I'm sorry to tell you guys. That's the reality. Okay? You're sleeping on your relationship. You're sleeping on the potential. You're sleeping on the intimacy. You're sleeping on the connection. You are bullshitting because you are blinded by everything else. And she didn't talk to you. I know she didn't talk to you because that's what women do. We can't stop talking. When you love a man, you try your hardest to bite your tongue, but you gotta tell him because you love him. You want it to work, but at some time, they get tired. Research says that a lot of times women who do the check-ins and carry on the emotional labor, they often go unnoticed. And this is crucial to a healthy relationship. Everybody wants to feel loved, appreciated, noticed. That's what the woman is there for. If you can't come to her and talk to her and give her all your deepest, darkest secrets and tell her how you feel and lay on her head when you're going through things. Instead, you got all of these other people that come to your rescue. She can't even do what she need to do because you got a lineup of motherfuckers that can come to your rescue. You got your best friend, you got your sister, you got your sisters, you got your mama, you got your people that you work with. You got all of these people, and you forget my woman is my best friend. She comes first. I need to call her first. I need to tell her first. Women love when they feel needed, just like men. Men want to feel needed. Women want to feel needed. They want to feel like they the only person that got your heart. Not that your heart belongs to 1,000,001 people. That's not going to work. You going to lose your bitch. I'm just telling you. Nobody ain't got to listen to the judge. Order in the court. But research is telling you too. And I done been in enough relationships to know how things go. It's like a cycle. It's a cycle because people refuse to do the work. People refuse to get out of their own way. People refuse. And a lot of times you're dealing with people who are stuck in their own way, in their ways. They don't want to change. They don't want to listen. They don't want to compromise. They believe that what they're doing and how they're acting is law. They don't agree to disagree. They don't know how to move forward. They don't know how to make the changes. And this causes issues. So then what happens? That's the wrong one. She crying. She cry constantly. She cry in the shower. She cry on her way home. She cry while you next to her. She cry constantly. And what you doing? You ignoring it. You acting like you don't hear it. You acting like you don't see it. You gonna lose your bitch. Order in the court. I'm telling y'all. That woman at my job, I know she had to be going through something to tell people who she don't even know how she feeling. But it was so heavy on her. It was so heavy on her. You could tell she had done all she could do. She had said all she could say. And he wasn't budging. He wasn't doing. He wasn't correcting his wrongs. He wasn't whatever. He wasn't doing something. Because this lady was willing to walk away from a 10-year marriage. And to some people, that may not be a lot. But to some people, that's a lot. That's a lot of years to spend with somebody. But God damn it, people's peace and their mental state is more important than all of that shit. People fighting for their lives for their mental state. They ain't got time to keep on arguing with you, talking to you about the same shit, feeling like they ain't shit. People are fighting for their lives right now. And it's nothing more sad than to be in a relationship and feel like you alone. There's nothing more sad than to be in a relationship and feel like you're alone. The statistics say that more than half of women report feeling lonely while partnered up. Ooh, that is, my goodness, that's one of the worst feelings ever. Because it feels like, what the fuck do I need you for? If I feel alone already, I'm always alone. Everything else is more important. I got to be a strong black woman, even with you, right? My emotions are neglected. The things that I want are neglected. I'm alone. You don't talk to me. You don't tell me shit. We don't converse. Many times people are in relationships and all they doing is on their phone. You on your phone, I'm on my phone. This is constant. You're going to lose your bitch. Okay? Talking to the men. Today is about the men. Men in relationships specifically. A 2023 global survey by Ipsos found that 52% of women in relationships reported feeling emotionally lonely at least sometime. Sometime is okay. The problem is when you feel emotionally lonely all the time. You emotionally lonely all the time and he doesn't seem to care. You gonna lose her. She gonna walk out that door. And this brings me to how to help some of you. We're gonna get back to this. This right here. Why She Left You by Kyrie and Becca. Fellas, you on your way to being this man in the doorstep, scratching your head, trying to figure out why your woman walked out. You thought it was all of a sudden. You thought everything was good. Shit is not good. She has told you over and over and over again. She's going to be that woman with that bag walking out of that fucking door. But it doesn't have to be this way. You can change it. Let me tell you what it says. Chapter 4 is my favorite. Intimacy is the glue that holds relationships together. You got to have intimacy. The Bible says, and I don't know exactly how it says it, but it says you have to leave your mother and your father and you have to cleave to your woman. Are you cleaving to your woman? Or are there other things you're cleaving to? Do you have other people cleaving to you? That's the question. Because if this continues, and if this is true, fellas, you're going to lose her. Chapter 4 talks about loneliness as well. It says, it is widely acknowledged that women often leave men they love, not men that they like, men that they love, due to a lack of companionship. Loneliness is characterized by a sense of isolation, abandonment. How many times has your woman told you she feel abandoned? Listen, when she start throwing out words like that, whether you believe it or think it's true or not, that's how she feels, and she's going to act on it. You need to open your ears. Where one feels devoid of companionship and meaningful connections. How many times has your woman gave you ideas and little hints that she doesn't feel connected? She doesn't feel like y'all on the same page, fellas. I know she didn't told you this. Now, whether or not you chose to listen, it's something different. It says, importantly, one can experience loneliness even within the confines of a relationship. So if you don't know, fellas, you got to go get this book. Y'all think everything good? Oh, we in a relationship. Oh, I'm taking care of home. Oh, we fuck. Oh, this, oh, that. Listen, she's lonely, buddy. She's lonely. And she's not going to be lonely for long. You got to pick up on it. Okay? It says, for women, there is no worse feeling than to feel alone when you have a partner. Kyrie and Beckham, he's speaking. This book right here, this the truth. This going to save your marriage, your relationship. This going to help you get married. This is going to take you from boyfriend and girlfriend to fiance to wife and husband to husband and wife. Y'all better go buy it. Let me get through. It says, Kelly Godslaves explains, being alone simply denotes physical solitude, whereas loneliness relates more to how fulfilling one's relationships are and the overall richness of one's life. This distinction underscores the plight many women face, which ultimately leaves them to what? Consider leaving. Now, right now, she ain't out the door. Right now, she just have she's just considering these things. She ain't left. She hoping and she pleading and she wishing on a star. She praying. But you got to pick up this book. You got to learn what you're doing wrong. You got to work on it. You got to let her know you're working on it. You got to let her know that you hear her and you're going to make the changes. This is imperative, fellas. You got to do it. That don't mean you're not a man. That don't mean you're not the king. That don't mean you're not the prize. That means that you love your woman and you want your relationship enough to make the changes. It says, regrettably, it is increasingly common for individuals to feel lonely in a relationship, despite spending time together. Okay? I talked about that. You can spend time with them and they still feel lonely. Such interactions may stem from obligations than genuine intimacy. A woman does not want to feel like a mere task on your checklist. Okay, you just doing this just because this is something you got to do. She the last thing you got to do. You done did everything else. Now it's time for her. Now you don't have no energy. You don't have no, you just here. She just a task. Even if you are physically present, she may perceive the time spent together as unfulfilling due to lack of emotions. So even when y'all just sit next to each other, y'all may be vibing out. So you think. If there's no intimacy, what y'all doing is null and void. You can be physically proximate, but emotionally distant. Now that's something right there. You got to get this book. Fellas, y'all better run out and get this book. You can be physically proximate, meaning you're right there, but you're not there. She can tell you not there. Emotionally, you're not there. You're thinking about this and you're thinking about that, and you have not saved that space for her and you. And this can make her feel isolated. This is chapter 4, page 31. I just dropped a jewel on y'all. I'm going to change the trajectory of somebody's marriage. I'm going to suggest this book to my coworker. I'm going to tell her, sis, don't give up yet. Don't give up yet. Maybe, I know you done did all you can do. I know you feel tired. I know you feel like you got one foot out the door. You about to go. I know you don't care no more. If you be alone, fuck it. You came in this world alone, you gonna die alone. I get it, sister. I get it. But give him this book. Purchase this book right here on Amazon. And I promise you, if he love you, he gonna change. He gonna step up his game. He heard you, and he gonna make the changes. He gotta make the changes. It's been 10 years. He gotta love you. But he don't know how to do it. He needs some help. He needs some tools. And this may be it. Matter of fact, I know this is it. 60% of married women reported emotional disconnection from their husbands. 60%, that's more than half. That's a problem. That's a problem. That's a problem. And me and you got to do something about it. You have to do something about it. You can't do what's always been done because it's not working. If y'all got to read more scriptures together, if y'all have to be diligent and, what's the word I'm looking for? You have to be strategic about spending time. If you got to put reminders on your phone, if you have to make specific days where they are specifically really for that person, right? Then you got to do it. You got to do it because Black love, relationships, marriages are at stake. And a lot of times people want to say, well, we got to look at the bigger picture. Blase splee, this is that. He's doing this and he's trying to do that. He's trying to, hey, man, we're women. We're not men. We don't see that bigger picture. We see this right now, what I'm talking about. I'm trying to tell you what we see. And I'm trying to tell you how we feel. And I'm trying to tell you we're tired. Women are tired. I know I'm a woman. I've been in these situations before. I see them daily. I hear about them daily. They're tired. They say loneliness in a relationship often feels worse than being single. What does that mean? She'd rather be lonely by herself than to be with you and still feel lonely. She doesn't want that. She doesn't want that. Loneliness in a relationship often feels worse than being single. She'd rather just be single. Because at least when she's lonely and she's single, she can find things to help her not feel lonely. She can't do that when she's in a relationship. She has to depend on simply you. And if she's dependent on simply you and you're not cutting it, you're not doing the work, you're not changing, you're not listening, you're not evolving, you're just steady in your man world, you're not listening, you gonna lose your bitch. Order in the court. Esther Pearl, a therapist, said, there is no lonelier place than being in a relationship where your needs are not met. Okay, let's think about this. You deal with a woman who, because it's all different situations. You deal with a woman who has been mistreated her whole life. Maybe she's been raped. Maybe she didn't have a father. Maybe every relationship she got in, she was dogged out. Now she's with you. She's in a relationship with you. She loves you. She's giving her all. And you doing the same shit to her. You're doing the same shit. It may not be the exact same shit, but you're bringing her hurt in some type of way. You're making her feel abandoned in some type of way. You're making her feel unappreciated in some type of way. You're making her feel used in some type of way. You're making her feel less than in some type of way. No, you didn't molest her. No, you wasn't her father. No, you wasn't those other men, but you're giving her the same feelings. You're not meeting her needs. She tell you that this is the way that she needs to be loved. And instead of you loving her this way, you tell her, I do love you, but I'm going to love you this way. You're not meeting her needs. And that right there, this right here, this can't work for too long. This not gonna last too long. She needs you to love her here, but you want to love her here. Or you want to love her here and she needs you to love her here. Or you want to love her here and she needs you to love her here. Eventually, you're going to lose your bitch. Women, one thing about women can hold on. They will hold on. They will hold out. So many women try to see the potential. Lord, have mercy. They try to see the potential and they be already emotionally checked out because you didn't realize that all that crying and that talking and the things that she was doing, she had been doing it for years and decades. And she had the point where she in it, but she checked out. So by the time she actually walk away, the shit don't even hurt. You be like, damn, you cold-blooded as hell. How the fuck you just leave the relationship? I thought we was in love. We were. She was. She held you down. She wanted you. She wanted this. But you wasn't meeting them needs. You wasn't even trying to meet them needs. You wasn't even trying to hear what she was talking about. Order in the court. You was selfish. You was stubborn. You need to meet her needs. We already know that the man needs have to be met. Everything that I'm saying about the woman is also the same thing that needs to happen for the man. But we're talking about situations where women are quality. They're doing what they're supposed to be doing. They're in a relationship and they're still being met with opposition. They're still not getting any peace. They're still not being listened to. They still are not feeling heard. There still isn't any connection. There still isn't any intimacy. They still don't feel like number one in your life. That's what we're talking about. We're not talking about the scallywags. Women report that being invisible, unheard, or emotionally ignored hurts more than physical abuse. Now just think about that. That's some crazy shit right there. That's some crazy shit. Like they'd rather be in a scary movie About to get killed with a T. About to get beat the fuck up. Rather than be ignored. Women don't want to be ignored. Women don't want to be ignored. And when she talks to you and you do what you want to do constantly, you're ignoring her. And if you're not ignoring her, she feels that way. And even though how she feels may not be true, that's what she perceives. That's what she's acting on. That's what she's feeding off of. That's what the devil is playing on. And you're going to lose your bitch. Order in the court. You making her feel unheard. She don't even like to talk no more. She don't even like to talk no more. The lady at my job said, I've told him over and over. I said, why won't you talk to him? That's what I said, because I'm for black love. I want the relationships to last. I want the people to make it work. I want longevity. I want people to be honest. I'm about communication. I love relationships. I love when people have found their partners. I love that for people. Everybody should be in love. So I asked her, I said, why haven't you talked to him? Why won't you talk to him and tell him? She said, I have. She said, I'm tired of talking to that man. He doesn't listen. She said, I feel like I have been talking for the last 10 years. She said, the last few months, I've just been quiet. I can't talk anymore. She said, I can't even allow myself to continue to try to work on this. She said, because that's not what he is exhibiting that he wants. She said, he claims that he loves me. He tells everyone that he loves me. She said, but I don't feel the love. I don't feel the love. And like I said, she didn't want to go into details because I guess she didn't want to tell all of her business, but she told a lot of her business. And I just felt so sorry for this lady because this lady was older. She was an older woman. She had to be, not old. Okay. She was wiser. She was older than me. She had to be like 57, 58, 59, maybe 60. She had been with her husband for 10 years. And that lady was wore out. I don't know what that man doing to her, but that lady was wore the fuck out. And I was like, damn, he about to lose his bitch. He gonna lose her. He gonna lose her. She a nice looking lady too. He gonna lose her. And if she go around telling men the same story that she was telling us ladies, because it was ladies, it wasn't men around, thank God. But I do work in an environment where there is men around. If she go around telling the same story, looking the way she look, talking about she don't feel appreciated by her husband, oh, them men gonna eat it up. Clock that T. Y'all know, y'all know how the men do. Them men come in like, what's your name? What's your size? Let me get for right behind. My style, genuine. I love you a long time. Listen, them men gonna get her. And I'm gonna tell you something. Her husband gonna look up and the game gonna be over. Boy gonna be looking just like this, scratching his head. What the fuck happened? She just left me, dog. I thought everything was good, man. Everything wasn't good, bro. You need to get the book. You need to get the book. You can get this at Amazon. Why she left you. Everything wasn't good. She got the workplace talking about how she don't feel loved, appreciated, heard, and all of these things and all these things. And all these things and all these things. Let me tell you something. That happened to me before. I was in a relationship where I felt like it wasn't no connection. There was no intimacy. And I didn't know what I knew now. And I was so exhausted from everything that I was doing. I felt so low. I felt like I wasn't getting nothing out of it. That I guess I pillow talked. It ain't no guess. I was at work and this guy was showing me some attention and I called myself being like, I can't talk to you. I don't want to talk to you. I'm in a relationship. And he got said, oh, you in a relationship? How long you been in a relationship? Oh, I've been in a relationship for this amount long. I really love him. But, and got to talking. Shit. Boy creeped up and creeped in so goddamn fast. I didn't even know what happened. I was naive to the fact. I wasn't wise like I am right now. Now I know what niggas be doing. Hey, you going through something, keep it to yourself. These niggas will finesse the shit out of you. They will finesse the shit out of you. But back then, I had no clue. Baby, he creeped in. He creeped in. And guess what? My man lost his bitch. Order in the court. Lord, have mercy. Now he wasn't the right person, but he tricked me. He got me. I can't sit and lie to y'all because I'm a woman. And the Bible says that the woman is a weaker vessel. And that lady at my job, she's on empty. Okay? I don't know what didn't happen. She's on empty. And I'm telling you right now, brother, if you don't get this book and she go into that conference room crying and looking sad and one of them strong black men and professional men come in there talking about some, hey, you all right? What's going on, Geraldine? Oh, I'm just, oh, shit. Oh, shit. You gonna have to fight for your life. It's gonna be like you gonna be on a battlefield trying to fight for your life. Otherwise, you gonna lose your bitch. And I hate to see it. That's what made me talk about this. I typically don't really, talk to the men like that. Because I don't know. I got a sweet spot for men. So typically I just let, I try to big them up and I see the change in a lot of men and this and that. But we got to keep it real. A lot of these men have lost their fucking minds. They have lost their fucking minds. This new society, the shit that they are in tune with, they done found the newfound whatever, and they have lost their fucking minds. And they have decided that the woman no longer matters. What she says, what she do, how she feels, she doesn't fucking matter. So it's like, you might as well be by yourself. That's what's about to happen. Because sister about to be outside. I know how these women is. They're going to be outside. They're going to be outside. And they don't give a damn what you talking about. They don't give a damn what they say. They don't give a damn. These women don't give a damn. They're going to be outside. Somebody going to come in, sweet talk your woman. If she not wise, if she don't have God in her life. Because they're tired. They're tired. And the way that lady was sounding today, she wanted to be rescued. Shit, I wanted to rescue her. Order in the court. I wanted to rescue that lady. I'm not going to even hold you up. I did. I wanted to rescue her. The way she was sounding, the way she was crying, I wanted to rescue that lady. I'm like, damn, let me talk to him. He can't be that bad. Honey, you gonna lose her. It says that they're always giving but rarely receiving emotional support. This is what statistics is saying. They're saying that women are typically always giving, but never really receiving emotional support. They say that their man doesn't talk about his feelings, making her carry the emotional weight. There's lack of deep connection, conversation, intimacy, and constantly having to beg for attention. Fellas, before we get off of here, this is the biggest one. When your woman feel like she have to constantly beg for your attention, you're in trouble. Because there's somebody that's giving her that attention. And if they're not giving her that attention, there's somebody that wants to give her that attention, and it could be an illusion. Matter of fact, I know it's an illusion. But because she's so low, because she at the bottom of the barrel right now, she probably gonna act on it. I'm trying to save you. I want somebody to listen to this today, and after this go off, go to their woman and say, how are you feeling? Can I help you? What is it that I need to do? I heard what you said. I know I didn't act on it, but I'm changing. I want to change. I want this. I thought about it. I had an epiphany. Say something, goddammit. Or you gonna lose your bitch. Lord have mercy. They say that this quote sums it up. I have a man, but I still cry myself to sleep. That's not love. Bitch, that's survival. You in survival mode. You got a man, but you cry yourself to sleep. He ain't wiped the tears from your eyes. He ain't kissed your forehead. He ain't tried to massage your body. He ain't trying to speak life into you because he see you fucking depleted. You gonna lose your bitch, brother. 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 Is she leaving? I can hear your heart crying out for me. And no men, boy, let me tell you something. One thing I know, but I know the trick. I know the trick of the enemy. The enemy can't trick me. The enemy tricked me before, but the enemy can't trick me now. You know what I'm saying? I'm wiser. I'm smarter. I'm spiritually more endowed. You know, I know the truth. I know myself now. You can't trick me. You can't trick me on my spot. You can't trick. The devil be trying, but the devil can't trick me. But he gonna get y'all women. He gonna get y'all women because y'all women ain't. She hasn't. She's low. She's on E. The gas light is on. And here come a man with a full tank of gas. Here he come. He looking good. He smelling good. He telling you, shit, baby. He don't know what he got. Damn, I wish I could. You know what? And he playing games too. The nigga playing games. You know what? I don't even feel right saying this because I know you married. But I'm just telling you, if that nigga keep fucking up, you got somebody. I'll take care of you. I'll do you different. Baby, you'll be, not especially the ones that not in a relationship. I mean, not married. They saying shit like, shit, I'd have been married you. That nigga crazy as hell. He don't know what he got. Them niggas be talking that shit. I know, ladies. I know. I hear it. Okay? Don't get tricked. You better talk to your woman. You, fellas, Kyrie and Beckham, you better go get this book and save your life and catch her right now and tell her, put that fucking bag down, girl. Girl, you ain't going no fucking where. I'm sorry, girl. I was acting crazy. Please forgive me. Girl, you been good to me. You love me. Ain't no woman ever loved me like you. Let me get my shit together because I don't want to lose you. Y'all better get to doing the Jodeci around this bitch. Y'all better make her feel it because all that, you gonna lose her. Here's a sample. She's got a man, but be texting her group chat like she's single. Ain't nothing worse than being booed up and still feeling like you talking to a damn wall. Stop making her feel like she's talking to a wall. Stop making her feel like every time she say something to you, you feel like she nagging. Stop doing this. Fellas, she wants to love you. She needs you. She admires you. She respects you. That lady want her husband. That lady at my job, she want her husband. It's killing her. But you know what she want more than any of that shit? She want her peace. She's tired of feeling crazy every single day. You know how crazy you got to feel to come to work and tell people your business? She's low on energy. I need you to pick her up. I need you to change the statistics of 59% of women in relationships feeling like they are emotionally neglected. I need you guys to do something about that. We already know that we know the woman will walk out. We know this. Because Psychology Today says that women initiate around 70% of divorces. She will divorce your ass. I don't give a damn. She may feel like it's a mistake, but once she do it, the done is done. She will divorce your ass. We know that the woman will walk out. We know that the woman will say, fuck all this shit for her happiness. Fuck all this shit for her peace. We know it. Order in the court. We know it. And we can argue whether or not it's right or it's wrong. But one thing we know, it's happening because 70% of women file for this divorce, especially, this is what they say, among college educated couples. My God, if you got you a smart one, she really is on this statistic. You're playing with fire. But many of those women said that they've been emotionally unhappy for years before finally leaving. You know this. She didn't talk to you constantly. Fellas, let's do something different. You have a quality woman who loves you, who cherishes you, who honors you, willing to do whatever for you. Stop taking that woman for granted. Stop taking that fucking woman for granted. Stop it. You're causing unnecessary stress. You're taking away from her peace. Do you know that if you just give a little bit more, you could have so much more from her? You can unlock a little bit more of her heart, a little bit more of her effort, a little bit more of her attention, a little bit more of her cooperation. If you just gave a little more, order in the court. If you just made her feel a little bit more appreciated? Order in court. Seen, heard, loved, cherished. If you gave her a little bit more loyalty, you'll be amazed. Well, we've come to another episode of The Verdict. I hope you guys have had a good time. And I hope you men listened to the message without being upset and getting mad and blah, 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 blah. Because ultimately, I want you to keep your woman. And if you just don't know what to do outside of the things that I talked about, you can always go purchase this book. This is one of the best sellers. It is called Why She Left You by Kyrie M. Beckham. This man is speaking knowledge. He's kicking out knowledge. And most importantly, he wants the Black lives and the Black relationships to survive, and not only survive but thrive. This is why he has this book, fellas. You would be remiss not to go out and get it. Until next time, have a nice day, y'all. Y'all already know that when the judge is in, the verdict is out. See y'all next Thursday.